Hi guys, so today we are going to be looking at animations, graphic animations, and yeah, we'll be creating something exciting today. Alright, so this is where we stopped in the last session, and we are going to go into animation like I said in the intro, but I have to start from where we stopped. So you have to create a new file of obviously because this is for graphics, right? This panel, as you can see, is for graphics, but there is also a place where you can create animation, video animations. So we are going to go click on this plus, or we can just go back home on this video, and then we will have templates, we'll have sizes, different sizes, but first of all, we are going to create something that has this video size 1920 by 1080. So let's create this. So we are not going to do anything about Alfredo's kitchen for now. Let's just create something so you can understand how the interface works. So let's open, and you would see that the interface for editing or animation is different from that. As you can see, we have timeline here, but we do not have that for this, as you can see, right? All right, so let's go. We want to create something that says welcome to Africa, right, with a plane. So the first thing we are going to do now is we are going to design using still image. Let's do the custom size in width 9. Okay, good. So we are opening a still image. So this is not this is not a video panel. So what we want to do is we want to bring in an image and then create what we want on it. So let's increase the size of this image so it fills up the entire workspace. All right, so we can just make the boat be in the middle. All right, so we have that. So we are going to put the text of Africa on this. So let's put the text of Africa. Go to your text tool and let's write Africa. All right, so we have that, and we are going to increase the size. Text. Let's just increase the size of the text. All right, so we have the size of the text increased to our preferred size. Maybe we can reduce it a bit. Yeah, and we can move this back. All right, so we are going to reduce the opacity of the text Africa. So let's go to transparency, and then reduce it to like 50. Yeah, and we are going to change the text color to white. Yeah, so we want it to look like this. We want it to just look a little bit, faded into the work. So having done that, let's save this because we are going to use it in the video. So this is what the plane is going to unveil. So let's save this. So when we save, we are going to save this, and then we come to our and then we come to our video, and then we are going to put in the image that we just saved. This is it here. We are going to bring it into the workspace, and as we can see, it's already in the workspace. So let's make sure it fills up the workspace. We are in our video panel now. All right, let's just make sure there's no part that is missing out of the workspace. Great, so we have this. So we are gonna bring in shapes. So we have this shape. But first, before we do anything with the shape, let us bring in the aeroplane. We are going to search for real aeroplane. So around graphics, and I've advised that we get the pro version of CapCut because we are going deeper into more exciting things on CapCut, and you can't afford to not catch up. So we are going to bring in this plane. It's pro, as you can see, this crown. So we are going to use it. So let's increase the size of our plane a bit. All right, so and then we are going to bring our shape. Just follow what I'm doing, and you will catch up. So we're going to cover this with our shape for now. Let's stop here. But then, as you can see, the plane, the wings are kind of shooting out, and it doesn't look professional. So we are going to bring in another shape. Let's cancel this. Bring in another shape. Make sure it's the same color. So let's increase the length. We are going to rotate it, kind of fill up that part. So we have that, and then we are going to duplicate it for the other side. So let's rotate it. All right, so we have that. Then let's bring the plane above all the shapes. We are going to do bring to front. So it's going to look like this. So this is not well placed. Let's adjust this. Great. So we're going to zoom out and increase this so that when we take these shapes and the plane out of the view, it's it covers. Can you see what I'm doing? So this is how we want it to be. But then if I do this, we are going to lose the shapes. All the shapes over here, the shape over here. Once you take them out of the frame without grouping them, you are going to lose them. So I don't want to lose those elements, right? So I would have to group now. Now I can group. So I've selected all of them. I'm going to click on group. Then I can move it out of the frame. So in case you're trying to work this out and you find out that you lost some of your elements and you're looking for them, it's because you took them out of the workspace, right, without grouping them with something. So the principle, how it works is this: as long as you have something that is like part of it is still in the workspace, you're not going to lose it. But if everything, right, if everything is in the is outside of the workspace, you are going to lose it. It will assume you want to delete it, and when you press Ctrl Z to undo, you are not going to get it, right? So avoid this mistake. Then we have this. Then we are going to duplicate down here. We are going to duplicate on our timeline. Let's duplicate this page. So we have this, right? But then we are going to use this first frame to put our text. So let's go to text. All right, so let's put our text. Welcome. Let's change the color to white. All right, so let's look for a good font for the purpose of this work. We need something that looks like handwriting. No. One of the skills as a graphic designer is that you need to learn how to pick fonts. You need to know what fits and what you shouldn't try. All right, I think this is the one used in the main work. So let's use this. Welcome. All right, so as you can see, we are creating on the text on the second frame, which is not supposed to be. So let's move this. Let's move this text to the next, or we can just move this frame in front of the other one. So you can do that. So I've successfully switched this frame from this. So we have this text. As you can see, when I click text, you'd see this is like the layer session, right? It serves as a layer part, and it also serves as a timeline. So this is a welcome, right? And I would like to have it say welcome to, so let's reduce the length of this time, and then let's duplicate the text. As you can see, it went above it, but we don't want it to go above it. We want it to come, beside it, right? So it comes next to it. So let's change this text first to 2. So when we move the timeline now, you are going to see that it goes from welcome to, right? So we are not doing any animation yet until we are kind of done with this other part, right? So it's supposed to say welcome to Africa, and Africa unveils. So remember that this has the plane and everything here, right? So and that is what we duplicated to get this frame. So we are going to move on the second frame now. We are going to move everything, right, to reveal Africa. Like we're going to move it. Make sure it doesn't go out. Remember what I said: if everything goes out and you leave it, I'm going to lose everything. So that's not what I want. So you want at least a little bit of it to remain, and then your work is preserved. So we have that, and automatically you would find out that when we play, let's play and see, it will do exactly what we did. right? So that was too fast. So let's click on this transition and use match and move and increase the duration to, like, let's say 1 point, or let's say 2 seconds, right? So let's play it now and see what it looks like. Welcome to Africa. Now we want the welcome and to text to kind of have movement, animation. So we are going to add animation to the text here. It says animate. So let's click on animate, and we are going to use let's use this one, rise. When you hover around it, it's going to show you what it's going to do. When you see this one, right, it's they all perform different things. So let's use this for the welcome, and also for the two, we're going to add animation to it using rise also. Okay, so let's reduce the length of this. Let's reduce the length of this text. So we've been able to do that, so that the welcome to is not so long that we are waiting for it to tell us what what we want to say. So we want it short, so let's play it. Let's pause first. Okay, let's play it now. Welcome to Africa. And as simple as that. If you want to preview, you can always preview it in full screen mode. So this is a full screen mode, and why it's lagging is because it's kind of trying to process the work together. After some time, it's gonna be good. So one of the things you have to understand with animation is when you hover around in between two frames, it's going to give you options, right? So you can click on that option and you are going to see transition. Now transitions are effects that help two frames sync, or one frame to move into another frame, and the movement is seamless, that it doesn't look like you are going into a new frame. Like, it's so seamless. So you want a smooth movement from one frame to another, and that is what transition helps us do. And you have different effects of transition, different effects. As you can see, when I hover around all of them, it's going to show us what. But this is the one we use when we are trying to have continuity according to what we have already done. Because you understand that here the plane is hidden at the left part, right? But when we got to this frame, we had to move it. So that movement, right, that movement tells Canva that, okay, we want the element to move from this part to this part. And the transition, guess what? It says match and move, right? So it makes that possible. It makes that seamless, right? And this is the first kind of animation we are going to do. So you don't need to do something about your brand for this, right? What I just want you to do is replicate what I've done, right, successfully, and submit it in your classwork. All right, see you in the next class. Bye.